Hey folks, Bugsy here. So you're probably wondering to yourself, Bugsy, so do you love the IDW comics? Because you've seen the title. I mean, I understand that the IDW comics are flawed, but there are some good things in it. I'm tired of people hating this comic for what it isn't, and we should be looking at what it is. And sure, issue 50 sucked ass. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like it didn't. They made some. I don't care what Ian says to fucking really fucking you know justify himself. Sonic acted like a complete asshole, and that's how he writes his Sonic. And I've learned, a lot of people write Sonic differently. Super Head Dog Bros write Sonic completely inept unless he's saving the world. Like, let's just say this man does not know how to socialize right. But Ian Sonic is just, you know, these rules are for thee, but not for me, kind of thing. But not even what I'm talking about. So this one dude had a tweet saying, Search just leave the comic because she's not useful and da 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 da. And I'm like, I don't feel that way. Now I'm not gonna call this person out by name because honestly, I ain't trying to give him the satisfaction. But I will say this: he was a person that went against Ian, and I do applaud him for that. But like, dude, you losing it over fucking Surge, who's gotten better. They got a plan for her. They're probably doing something with her. We don't know, but no, leave it to a dude that leave it to a dude that doesn't understand what the other writers are planning. I mean, I don't get it with some of them because some of them were my like Sonic colleagues that I would talk about. Do y'all know that we need conflict in these stories? And right now, they're probably going to set things up for Surge later down the line. Do y'all know how comics work? Can I just say this? The people that like Archie and the people that hate IDW, do y'all know how comics work? Being a guy who writes his own little stuff that could be made into a comic. Like, y'all don't get it. Like, I get it. You want Sonic a certain kind of way. Trust me, I do too. Ian, I feel like Ian does not know how to write Sonic. I'll be honest with you. I feel like Ian doesn't know how to write Sonic. I feel that. I feel that. So, I feel that Sonic. I feel that saying that Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 happened within a year of each other is the most stupidest retcon the most stupidest justification for like, oh, these are years apart that I've ever seen. I like to think that like Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure through Sonic Adventure 2, there's like a 3 to 2 year time gap. Because come on, Station Square was flooded. Station Square was flooded. Chaos flooded everything. You can't tell me it just went back to normal just like that. Just in 1 year's time. Maybe it did because maybe Sonic's universe is a little bit more proactive than we would probably be. More productive. But I personally think that shit wouldn't happen. I don't like Flint either. I ain't gonna sit here and pretend like he's a golden god and we should all kiss his feet because I don't like him. I don't like him. But I ain't gonna sit here and say that everything the IDW comics do is just stupid for the sake of it. Hell, the Mimic and Whisper fight was pretty good. Nice little payoff. Lanolin found, and then the issues before that, Lanolin actually said sorry to everybody. But I know everybody's gonna hate her because, well, y'all got nothing else better to do, so it's like better to just hate characters you barely understand. I remember I was sitting in a call once, one of my side colleagues, and they were like, "I hope Tangle or Whisper or Bell doesn't get into the main games." I'm like, dude, is that really like a bad thing? To, like, why do you care that much? We don't know how that's gonna go. We haven't seen any of the characters. We haven't seen any of the comic book characters make it into the main games, except for like spin-offs or like little mentions. Like, I think they're gonna be separate or something until for a little bit. Maybe. I feel like Sonic Blitz might change a few things. Things go well. See, but people don't understand what I'm. People don't understand. Like I'm more like, hey, we need to stop all this fucking division between even the comic book side of Sonic and just fucking enjoy what we enjoy. Cause I'm tired of this fucking division between us all. It's not a good thing. Sure, there'll always be fans like me who love the Archie books. We got Archie Sonic Online, man. And if I want to read if I want to read any Archie comic, I got my, I got my ways. I got my own fat stack of Archie books. So it's like, I, dude, I'm like, if I want to look at the old stuff, I can. If I want to look at the new stuff the fans are creating, I also can. Like, I'm Archie Sonic satiated. And plus, they brought back Scourge and Archie Sonic Online, and I'm happy about that because Scourge is back, and we actually get to see Anti Cream, which she is like a symbiote. And I think that's fucking cool. You know, I did a video on it. Y'all probably saw it. But like I said, it's just like it's those like it's those kind of things. So I'm not like missing Archie. If like Udon picked the Archie stuff up, yeah, I'm gonna be coming. Yeah, I'm gonna be coming in and reading it. But I think it's time for us to stop punching IDW in its fucking face every time. Because we gotta stop hating on this thing for something that isn't. If it ain't for you, why fucking talk about it, man? Why give yourself that much stress? Like, honestly. If you don't really like Archie, what's the point of talking about it? Like, you're not better than the people who literally be who literally be posting Archie freaking panels and going, oh, this is why this is good, because that's how Night of the Wind used to do it, man. Like, and I didn't like that dude. He referenced me in one of the videos like context. I'm like, yeah, you need context, but you want to look through these like, oh, this is funny. See, that shit I don't like. That shit I feel is the most stupidest thing you can do, because you're not really trying to read anything, and then people are actually trying to get you to read. Because I learned that the Say Archie movement was trying to get this man to actually read the books, but this man was like, no, this is too funny. Like, I hate the Archie hatred that some people have. If you ain't gonna crack open a book, like, listen to me. If you ain't gonna read these books, get the trades, or read them in other ways. Like, dude, that ain't for you. You can have an opinion on it, yeah, but you're not getting the full breadth of it. You're just giving a knee-jerk opinion for a panel or something else. You're not even trying to, and don't even give me the whole, but Bugsy, Scourge slept with Bunny. Yeah, man, that was Kim Penders, but not everybody writing was Kim Penders. I know that's hard for you. I know it's hard for some of your brains to get acquainted with. And not everything was written by Kim Penders. There are tons and tons and tons of writers for the Archie books. But it's like, no, 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 I'm not gonna read that. Furry soap opera. I'm like, like, I'm like, bitch. What is every fucking comic book but a soap opera for us dudes? What is wrestling but a soap opera for dudes? Y'all acting like this ain't the. Y'all acting like for some of us, y'all acting like this is the first go around that any person has ever looked at a soap opera before. Nah. Superhero comics? Soap opera, dude. X-Men? X-Men the animated series? Soap opera, bro. Just soap opera for kids and freaking people who love comics. The thing is, having you that don't read comics, y'all don't know that. So it's like, so I sit there, everybody says furry soap opera, and just like, because what is superhero? Because honestly, what is superhero media? Bro, they may dress it up, but it is one big soap opera. Spider-Man especially. Like, the fact that people don't know this is actually kind of hilarious. I mean it. I mean it. And the person that was talking about, like, fucking Surge needs to be booted from the comic. Like, bro, I'm not going to say your name, but, dude, I muted you for a reason. I didn't want to hear that bullshit. And trust me, I'm not talking, and no, I'm not talking about Alex. I'm not talking about Alex. I'm not talking about Richard. And I'm not talking about Zealous. I'm talking about someone else. But I'll say it to this person. Dude, I ain't showing up for any more of those Sonic meetings because, you know, unless I feel like it. Unless I feel like actually showing up. Oh, man. And I would say to this person, like, I've seen you at your most unhinged. We had a dude in there that had a speech impediment, and he liked the IDW comics. And this man, all this man did was scream at him, just straight up scream at him, and I'm just like, the fuck is wrong with you? Well, people can have their own opinions, man. You just gotta be an asshole about it. And I'm just like, I look at that dude's tweets, showed my friend Nitwit. We were like, we gave that shit the side eye. I laughed, he laughed. We were like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? It's just like, this man has a throbbing hate boner for IDW. It's fucking insane. But in other news, since my niece and nephews are gone, that means I can make videos the way I want now. Back to the way things are supposed to be around here. So that's good. Also, guess what else? Guess what else I found out? This is like an extra thing. So I have a Jellyfin server, right? And my internet went down. So I'm like, oh, I got nothing to do until the internet pops back on. So it turns out, and I didn't know this. Probably everybody else knows this. I'm like a Jellyfin noob, so I don't know pretty much anything about. I didn't know anything about this, but since it's my own server, it doesn't really need internet. I can just watch whatever. I can watch whatever's in my little collection. So it's like, I get to do that. So I'm starting to understand why people really do be switching from Netflix to Jellyfin. Because if you got the media collection, you got like a big media collection. Fuck, you can watch that in so many different ways. I'm like, Jesus. Well, I'm like, well, I'll be. Interesting. But yeah, I just think we shouldn't be fighting about it though. Yes, criticize it, but honestly, don't be a dick about it. Don't be a dick about it with others. if they like IDW, that's fine. If you got opinions on it, that's fine. But don't be a dick about it. Don't be getting all up in people's faces because you don't like this comic. This is how it is. Let people enjoy what they enjoy. We're all getting a little too old for this tribalism bullshit, you know? Grow, change, become better. Yeah, and yeah, I still don't like Flynn. That ain't never gonna change. But I can tolerate him in small increments. And if the game story doesn't suck, I'm not gonna get mad about it. I'm gonna enjoy it. I think he needs to stop with the references. As a guy who pretty much does references when he's in character, yeah, he needs to lighten up on it. Like, yes, we know Sonic. We know Sonic. We know Sonic Adventure. Sonic used to call it Shadow Faker. Doesn't really have a good context nowadays. That's why people are mad now. You know, it's funny. It used to be that a few of us didn't like Flynn, but now a lot of us don't. People that used to love Flynn, used to love to sniff his draws. Now they hate him. I'm like, oh, where are y'all? I'm like, join the club. We don't like him either. We don't like him either, man. We don't. But you know, I think that Ian is just something that some of us are just gonna have to deal with. You know, he's right. He's contributing to the English side of the games, writing wise. So it's just something we gotta tolerate. And hopefully, you know, it can't get any worse than Pontiac and Graf, though. Those motherfuckers had no respect for us. Ken Pontiac had no respect for us at all. And that dude said in Pizza Party podcast, like, oh, they all live in mommy's basement. I'm like, oh yeah. But if any of us, I dare you to say it to our faces. I dare you. Like I dare Ken Pontiac to say that to someone's face that don't like his work. I swear to God, the creatives on high, they are so touchy. But that's a whole different story. Even Flitty Boy is very touchy. But hey, that's a story for another day. But it does involve Mega Man. Also, the reference with the Megas was actually okay. But he did kind of do it again with Proto Man, you know. When the Megas came out with Red, which was the Proto Man part of the album. I don't know. I don't know. I still think it kind of fit, but you know. But yeah, I feel like he just goes too heavy on the references. Yeah, that's his shorthand. But that's all I'll say. Other than that, I think I'm done here. And oh, the dude who made that Surge post. Dude, if you want to like a fight or a debate, I'm not gonna debate you, dude. Because I don't debate people full of hate and they don't want to see other people. They don't want to see another way to things. It's okay if you have an opinion, but I saw you at your most unhinged. Again, not talking about Alex, not talking about Richard Kuda, not talking about Zealous. I'm talking about someone else. Someone else that's in that Sonic community that always wants to start shit with people. Worse than the Wall. That dude. That dude got problems too, but I ain't gonna get into him. or any of the other little followers he had on his side talking to Alex, going, "You really let us down." Like, motherfucker, what was he? What was Alex to y'all? Is he your hero? He let you down because he dared to say something about fucking Ian Flynn? Well, damn. I just, and let me just say this before I get out of here. I just hate people that don't want to criticize Ian Flynn, but I always want to think he's a god. But when someone does, everybody gotta jump on him and be protected. Gotta protect this fully grown man who has a wife. Y'all gotta protect him like you guys are like. You gotta protect him like you're a freaking Big Mama from Soul Food. You gotta be like, it's okay, honey child. We got you. We got you. Like, chill. This dude's a full grown man. Leave him be. He don't need y'all to freaking cuddle him. He don't need y'all to cuddle him, do things in his name, which I think was even weirder. Like, motherfuckers really did things in Ian's name. I find that to be really fucking weird and creepy. Like, dude, this is like, that's your life. You're gonna be known as the fucking just narc of the Sonic franchise, doing things in the name of Ian. That's kind of weird, man. See, and that's what I'm saying. People treat this man like he's a god. Just because he made some Sonic stuff, y'all just like, nah. He's a god. He is a golden being that shall never be touched. And Ken Penders is Satan, which I'm like, I don't agree with that, but I don't like it. I don't like him either. So y'all can say whatever you want. What about you? About freaking Ken Penders? I don't really give a shit. But that's all I gotta say. Peace, and remember, you can have your opinions, but don't be a dick about it to other people, man. Because just because you're fixated on something doesn't mean everybody else has your same mindset. Like I always say, be smart and use that thing you call a brain, and think about lowering, not centering yourself, but think about like chilling, like taking that down a notch. And all you freaking fans are like, Mobius isn't Earth. Okay, once it was, and now we can all say it's Mobius because everything's canon now. So yeah, like it doesn't really matter if Mobius is or isn't Earth, or Mobius is the word to use. We're all gonna still use it, okay? Until freaking Azuka literally says that that this is Mobius, I ain't gonna say nothing. Hands in the air, gonna go snag me a grilled cheese. Peace.